My name is Mackenzie Allen, and I'm doing my project on Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art in Bentonville, Arkansas, my hometown. Instead of focusing on the art inside the museum, I wanted to talk about what's most appealing to me, the architecture.
Crystal Bridges was designed by Moshe Safdie, who is known internationally for his architectural genius. He was born in Israel but moved to Canada as a child, where he eventually graduated from McGill University with a degree in architecture. After an apprenticeship with Louis Kahn, Safdie moved back to Montreal, where he was in charge of the design plan for Expo 67, or the World Fair of 1967. His most famous work is Habitat 67, which is an apartment complex in Montreal, Canada, designed to combine the benefits of apartment living and a suburban home all in one. These two works are what he is most known for. Interestingly enough, his daughter went on to become an architect as well. Crystal Bridges was founded by Alice Walton, daughter of Sam Walton, because of her love of American art and dream of bringing it to her hometown. She felt that this is something we desperately need, and what a difference it would have made were it here when I was growing up. Miss Walton has created an art-loving community of Bentonville, Arkansas, and a tourist destination for travelers on an international level. The most interesting part about Crystal Bridges is that the admission is free, covered by the Walton family's generous donations and Walmart. Miss Walton also contributed pieces of art from her own collection, making it that more special to her family and the town. Crystal Bridges' design plan has asymmetrical balance. While the different buildings are not completely symmetrical, they do balance each other out to become pleasing to the eye. The buildings lie in a horizontal plane. Since the museum is real and not a painting or a picture, it has actual texture. The texture is very polished and cold because it is made of concrete, glass, and steel. It has nationalistic value because it is so important to the community, not only artistically but to the economy as well. It is treasured by Arkansans and art connoisseurs alike, giving it value that will long outlast its creators. The buildings of Crystal Bridges consist of three main basic lines: horizontal, vertical, and curved. The horizontal and vertical lines make up the actual building, while the curved lines are used on the roof. These lines create regular geometric shapes like ovals and rectangles. The simplistic design meshes well with the nature surrounding. Because it is completely submerged in nature, the colors are very earthy with lots of greens and yellows. The intensity and value of each color depends on the time of day. At night, colors are dimly lit, making them muted and less saturated. During the day, colors are at their brightest. When designing Crystal Bridges, the creators wanted to stay true to the architect's design style and dynamic. The methodology used is biography because it expresses the artist's lives and personalities as stated in the Adams text. Safdie's main goal when designing a building is to provide purpose and enhance the landscape on which it is being built. This is true for Crystal Bridges, as it is seamlessly incorporated into the wooded area surrounding. His earlier works also incorporate nature into their designs. The most important aspect of biography methodology is to focus on reflecting the artist's personal history. Safdie is also known for using specific materials such as wood, glass, concrete, and steel. These are the four main elements used in the construction of the museum. This reflects the biographical method because he is holding true to his style of work. The biographical method also emphasizes authorship, creating almost a story through the various works of the artist. Moshe Safdie is known for his geometric style of architecture. Minimalistic architecture is defined as simplistic, focusing on space and geometric shape rather than detail. The Adams text defined minimalism as intending to convey the idea that the work of art is a pure object having only shape and texture in relation to space, making Crystal Bridges the essence of minimalism. Minimalist structures are designed to be stripped down to the essential features. With its basic building shapes and clean lines, it focuses on the shape of the building rather than the details within the structure. Minimalism began in the 20th century, heavily influenced by Japanese design. Ludwig Miles van der Rohe is known as a pioneer of modern architecture, widely known for his design of the Farnsworth House, a weekend retreat for working women in the late 40s. Moshe Safdie has been successful in so many other architectural designs, he chose to integrate and combine those into the museum's layout while still constructing a completely unique idea. His most famous work, Habitat 67, was also based around the idea of fusing art with nature. Habitat 67 is a series of cubic apartments that meet the minimalistic requirements of geometric shapes. Another one of Safdie's work Yad Vashem Holocaust Museum in Jerusalem uses concrete and light similar to crystal bridges to emphasize the natural elements. Minimalism is very closely related with nature because of the idea of stripping everything down to its core. The use of nature in Crystal Bridge's design is yet another way minimalism is incorporated into the buildings. Since everything is so streamlined and basic, it almost becomes one with the outdoors. I chose Crystal Bridges because it is something I never get tired of looking at. The art inside is what attracts most people, but to me, the design of the building is where the real beauty lies. I remember when it was being built and my family would go to the sky deck they had set up so you could see it being built. It was such an exciting monument to gain for the little town of Bentonville because we have never had anything like it anywhere near us. Over the summer, I made great use of the walking trails there, one in particular that takes you right by all of the buildings where you can see it fully integrated with nature. It became my thinking place and the only real connection to art I have had in my lifetime. Before taking art history, I never knew the different elements and styles of art used to create the museum. Over fall break, I went back and visited, and it was very neat to see the different things I learned being used in the design. I think Crystal Bridges is absolutely the coolest thing I've ever seen because it is so modern yet nestled into nature that has been there for thousands of years. When I heard my small town was getting an American art museum, I was not sure how that would really improve my life, but Crystal Bridges has definitely opened my eyes to things I've never seen and gave birth to a whole new world of experiences.